My neighbor Karin Mallory is onto something. Motivated by a desire to do something positive in response to her father's diagnosis of brain cancer, she has lined up a fantastic group of entertainers to put on a concert at the Bellows Falls Opera House. The event will then be streamed live via Concert Window, providing an incredible opportunity for anyone, anywhere in the world to enjoy the music, make a donation, and raise significant funds for Accelerate Brain Cancer Cure. What began as a personal campaign has grown into a community effort, and I look forward to seeing the results of this remarkable endeavor.
Worldwide, there will be 240,000 cases of brain cancer diagnosed this year.
Brain tumors are the leading cause of cancer-related death in children under age 10, and the second leading cause of cancer-related death in children under age 20.
There are 120 different types of brain cancer, which makes effective treatment incredibly complicated.
Brain tumor research is underfunded and the public remains unaware of the magnitude of the disease. The cure rate for brain tumors is significantly lower than many other types of cancer.
Public research funds are distributed based on the incidence of a given disease. Because brain cancer accounts for just 2% of cancer deaths per year, it is officially classified as an orphan disease. It receives almost no public funding. 2% is still a big number, and to those who are affected, it is the only number that matters.
The goal of Accelerate Brain Cancer Cure is simple: to find the fastest route to a cure and hopefully new treatments for brain cancer.
In the past 30 years, only 3 drugs have been approved by the FDA for the treatment of brain cancer.
There's no cure, but there is hope. Scientists are gaining a better understanding of brain cancer and what we need to fight it. Genomic profiling, targeted therapy, immunotherapy, these are some of the approaches that could offer new treatments for brain cancer patients. Of course, these and other investigations require research, and research requires funding.
When my dad was diagnosed with glioblastoma, I thought, what can I do? And the answer was instantaneous. Have a concert. An incredible concert with great music, and through that effort, raise a lot of money and awareness for brain cancer research. The next thought was just as quick: the steel wheels.
We got a fire and it burns so freely. They want to control it, but they don't know how. They say that it's freedom, go out and seek it, but they're looking for fences to put up around.
Combine the steel wheels with local percussionist Todd Roach and his friend Ritchey on the oud, with a little bit of hoop dancing by Beth Lavinder. This is going to be quite a show. And then I realized that if we stream it live on Concert Window, that anyone anywhere in the world can tune in and watch it. You can watch it as the show happens on any iPhone, on any computer, on any smart TV, on any tablet. All you have to do is Google Concert Window. Find the benefit concert on the Concert Window schedule. Click on the Pay What You Want to make a donation of any amount. Concert Window is going to email you a reminder telling you to tune in on the day of the show, and you're all set. That's it. One of the reasons that cancer is so hard to treat is because it grows out of control. It divides and multiplies, divides and multiplies. That's how I want this word-of-mouth effort to happen.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply. Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply. Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply. I wasn't ready.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply. Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply. Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide
Divide and multiply.
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 Divide and multiply. Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply. Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply. Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply. Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply.
Divide and multiply. Divide and multiply. Divide and multiply.
And multiply.
Divide. Divide.
Divide.
Divide.
Divide.
Divide. Divide. Divide.
Divide and multiply.
Divide
and multiply. Divide and multiply.
A huge thanks to my friends and family from across the globe who have inspired people to spread the word about this effort by dividing and multiplying. The inspiration was certainly my dad's diagnosis, and support has swelled in my community on behalf of Mark Green and Accelerate Brain Cancer Cure, the organization he chose to get involved with after learning that he had brain cancer. But along the way, it has become so much bigger. Too often, people would approach me and say, "Thank you so much for doing this. My mother, my father, my sister, my brother, my student, my teacher has brain cancer." So this is for you, this is for anyone, this is for absolutely everyone who has ever been or will be afflicted with brain cancer. Go to Concert Window, make a donation, get ready to listen to some incredible music, and let's raise a whole lot of money for brain cancer research. Ken Burns, Carly Simon, Rhonda Vincent, Miri Ben-Ari and Mirella Cesa, the Black Lillies, Red Molly, Tom Bodet, Dr. Henry Friedman, Jessica Oldwyn, David Menasche, Dana Swanson, and Neil Taylor. Thank you so much for lending your voice to this effort.
Divide and multiply. Yes.
From all corners bringing light, give the day back to the night. Maria loves me for my candle. Take the